journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, this is the standard deviation for today from John Jameson. As you can see here, the low of the day was exactly 2 standard deviations on the daily. The rally high was exactly 1 standard deviation. And when they line up with those Fibonacci numbers, and my goodness, they are sure a powerful tool. If you're interested in getting the Floor Traders Handbook, we're going to have a special today only. And the ordinarily price is $150, and you can get it for $100 today only. And that money will be donated to a needy family here in California that I recently met. Is unemployed and actually having a lot of trouble with physical stuff. So we're going to try to help them out the best we can. Let's get back to these markets because we got a lot of them to cover. We've already done the Russell. Now we're going to do the NASDAQ. We'll get the NASDAQ up in here in just a second. And I want to show you, there's the NASDAQ. You can have the big move down in the NASDAQ. There's your 3-drive pattern. You can see it's just exactly the same. Went to the same area where we should. However, when we look at this on the 4-hour chart, folks, we're starting to see the potential that this thing could go a great deal lower. Remember, we're looking at something that's going to be pretty dramatic, and it's already started dramatic, folks. You can see here we had this high right up in here on February the 2nd, and then we've had the move down. This is when Stan Harley became bearish, folks. And look at that. This market's still moving down, and you had another 3 little drive here. So we could get a good rally out of here, which we've already had. It's already rallied 280 points off the bottom. So that's showing you that it does have a potential for, strong rallies. Okay, now let's get into the educational part of this. The thing that's in the news today is the Dow Jones Transportation Index going crazy to the upside. I want to show it to you right here. It was on the weekly basis. It looked absolutely perfect. A 3-drive pattern right here, just beautiful. And then it's down 3 weeks. And then today it goes crazy. Well, let me show you crazy. All right. It's one stock, folks, Federal Express. And you're going to see it. It looks like NVIDIA years ago, but there it is right now. It's been going up, and you can see what it's done here the last 5 or 6 days. It's gone from, it's up 30%, and just, I don't know, it may be in for a buyout or something like that, but that's what's happened. Oh, there's an ABCD. Shut the front door and raise the mint. Let's take a tally on this one. There's AB. Shut the front door and raise the rent. That's not too bad, is it? Son of a gun, maybe this stuff works. I got to write that down. Maybe this ABCD works. Okay. Oh, by the way, I made a comment yesterday about, trading with 8 other guys with a micro. Folks, I was joking. Several of you asked me, can I get in on that program? No, I'm not. I use that as I don't trade large sizes anymore. I used to many years ago. I don't need that stress or anything else, but I do love the trading, and I know these markets really good, so I am able to extract a penny or two out of it. But that was a comment that I made, and I say things, and I keep forgetting that people take it literally, and that's not the case. Now let me show you. These are. I'm going to cover gold and silver. I have to show you cattle today, folks. There was our sell point in cattle, and I didn't get it sold, so I said I'm going to sell it today. If I'd have sold it there, it opened down here, but folks, it went from there to there, like in a matter of this is an hourly chart, but it did it, and maybe we can just show you how quickly it did it. There it is. Look how quick that did that. There's where it opened, and it rallied that much. It went from 33 up to 40. That's 6 cents and 7 cents in cattle. That's a lot of money, folks. That's $3,000, and then the market broke down. Okay, has a nice little rally. Okay, now the trouble is you can't do a 382 because this is your new low. So there's your 382 was disaster here. So all you have is this move coming in right here, which is not anything to show you at all. So that's cattle, or evidently that report that came out the other day that was super bullish. Maybe they corrected it. I don't know, but that's a pretty big one here to look at. Now let's take a look at the markets that are really jumping around. We got a lot of 382s happen today, folks. I just want to show you. There's your first 382 in the Treasury bonds this morning, and it's had a pretty nice rally, that almost a full point, or 3/4 of a point on the upside. Now we're going to take a look at the silver market, because silver is still under a great deal of pressure. Have some good news for you in the gold, I think, because it's been trading quite nicely. But here's the you can see we did not make a new low in the silver. On this last move down. There was your 382 yesterday. There was your 382 today. There's your 382 yesterday. There's your 382 today. Now the market's made a newer low just now. So what you have to do is you've got to go back and recalculate the next 382. And if you put that in, that comes in right about here. Silver is acting quite bearish. If you look at this on the longer term pattern, we'll use that 4-hour. You can see here, hit the 382 the other day, and look where it is now. We came down, almost made new lows. All right, let's take a look at gold. Not so much in the gold market. Don't get too bearish on the gold, folks. We had a couple of nice bearish trades the last 2 days, but it's beginning to smell like Christmas over in the gold market. Here's where we are. There was your 61% retracement on the long-term chart right up there. If you remember that, the market made the ABCD here yesterday. It rallied up, made an ABCD here down. I put this in the video early this morning. I said it's a sale right here at $49.60, and it dropped $140 right down here to this level right here, and it's starting to act pretty good. But look at this, folks. Look at it. This is not nearly this. You see how the difference between silver and gold? Let's just look at it. Look where gold is. Silver's here. Gold's here. This is telling you that if you're going to buy something, buy the gold. Just get it to ready so you can see it right there. Okay, there it is. There it is. Just clean this up, because it's not 382, but it's pretty close. There's your ABCD that we were talking about, but it's acting very bullish. It really is. Stop and think now. Well, there's your 382 right there. You can show you the support. But look, where silver is down here, gold is up here. This is telling you that you want to buy the strongest. If you're going to buy something, buy the gold. But it's acting pretty good from both from the short side and also from the long side. All right, let's get a couple others up here that we need to cover. And this is just the first segment. I don't have anything else after this, so I hope we have some friends calling us in and telling us what they're looking at, because we got a few charts to talk about. And let's get this. I've covered the Treasury bonds. That's out of the way here. Okay, we got silver all done. And hold on a second. All right, now all I got to do now is to correct this and see how much time we got left for this. We'll be able. We got 38 seconds. That's a lifetime for us. We're going to bring up the chart of Apple. See how it's doing. Everybody seems to be long this stock, and I guess they have made a lot of money in it. Let's see where we are for today. Come on, get the chart. See if it's holding up. Yeah, it's down a little bit, but it was up earlier in the morning, so doesn't look too bad. We'll be right back, folks.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, one of the things we want to talk about again is that another 382 that we had here in the crude oil. It's in a downtrend now because we had lower tops. There was your came in here at 73. The high was 78, 63.73, and it got as high as 63, 88. So it was pretty much spot on. Now it's starting to work pretty good. Now, you know, when I go through these each day, I try to repeat over and over the things I'm looking at because repetition really helps. And some of the stuff that I've learned, you know, you just don't get it every day. You just got to keep working with it. I talk a lot about 382s. And I got that from our good friend Tom Hugard many years ago. You can see there was your 382 right here. You see how it hits it like this and it goes up and makes a high. Then makes a lower low in here. Remember that? So what you have to do is you've got to restart this because this tells you where the trend is going to change. There's your high right here, and there's your spot on 382 again. Well, within a few pennies of that, then the market goes up, and then it breaks. That when that breaks that right there, that's your first indication that the trend has changed. We saw that in the gold market. We saw that in the silver market. We talked about it every day, that was the reason why it's happened. So then you have your rally back. We'll just clean it out so we can see it new. Now you have the rally back goes exactly to the 618, it looks like. Let's just double check it. Misses it by a little bit. And that gives you the A, B, C, D here to the downside. So you're going to be watching that. And you move your A, B leg right here. There's your C, D leg right there. Goes exactamundo. And what does it do? It rallies right up to the 382. And if you keep doing this over and over again, you're going to have some really good opportunities for trading. The problem is it doesn't work every time. Isn't that that's tough. That's why people don't look at the and what do you call it, the ABCD patterns very much anymore. We're weakening now here again in the Russell. And let's take a look here. I haven't checked this for a while. This is the what we were watching here. Let's put the AI up today to see if it was doing any good. Oh, didn't do too bad. There was a high coming in right there and should be down again until about another 2 hours, and we have a rally towards the end of the day. That's what it's saying, but we'll wait and see what that is. Folks, the $64 question, and let's get up here and talk about it. And I'm going to keep talking about it until it's etched into your brains here. Let's get here. This is the big one, folks. This is the monthly, going back, and this is only goes back a few years here. But the one we were watching here, of course, goes back all the way back here. We're seeing the end, folks, the end of that 17-year bull market right up in here. You see, we've been right to this same level, 23,000 in the New York Stock Exchange Index. Okay, and you'll see that's this is it. If it starts to go down, then that's the one that we want to be watching on. If we switch over, got to get to the daily on that just a second. This doesn't do intraday stuff, but do it one day and that'll get it to. There's where we are. We made a higher high yesterday. Look at that. We made another high yesterday at 23. Oh my God, it's making a higher high, believe it or not, by less than 10 points. And this is at 23,000. Give me a break. Somebody's selling that stuff just like they were here. Look at that. And look at the steepness of this curve, folks. Look at this. That one versus this one. This is the ending. This is the big casino. So, well, hell, that's what I know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I get excited about them. Let's take a look about Bitcoin. It's been under tad of pressure today. Let's where we are. This is a daily here. So far, the low today was, we're right on the lows right now, down 7,500 large. Wow, look at that, 7,500. Remember, folks, we've already talked about this yesterday. Don't get too excited because we do ABCDs. There's the AB, okay? There's this A, B, C, and D is down here at 52,000. Right there is 52,000, and that's where I believe she's going. I don't see reason why I wouldn't. Look at the strength of this down move, I would think. So that'll be pretty good. It might take a day or two. Well, this was down in 2 days. It's gone from 80,000, 15,000. We could be here tomorrow, folks, or even today. 10 points. 12 points away, $12,000 away is all we are from this big ABCD. Remember, that's the big pattern in Gartley's book, page 222. Anyway, by the way, I have that book, and if you're interested, I believe I sell it for $150. I bought the rights to the thing many years ago, and I keep it in a PDF file. I don't have it in a hard copy because it's got too much charting stuff, and it's just too thick. Anyway, if you're interested, give me Larry at Trading Tutor, and I can send you the copy out. The important part of that book is pages 200 to 250 out of the 500 pages that's in it. But he was the master during the 20s, from the 20s to he died in August of '69, and he was the king of the hill all during that time. He really was. Okay, let's move over here and see if I got anything else that needs to be taken care of. Hold on, let's get back to our charts up here and see where we are here. Oh, we just made a new low here in the what do you call it? The hello operator, the Russell. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. All right, we got the euro and we had a couple questions about some of stocks, and so I want, what I'm going to do, folks. This is really weakening now here in the NASDAQ too, but let's take a look here. This is what you should do. All right, let me get up here to the charts, and I want to here's what you should do. Go over and I've done this. Well, I hope it's here. Please tell me I didn't delete it. Please tell me I didn't delete it. AI. Yep, I deleted it. Yeah, well, I've got it somewhere, but I don't know where. Here's what I'm going to do for you, okay? Because I talk about it all the time, about where the money's going and stuff like that. They've been telling us in this stuff with let's start with NVIDIA, okay? Because it's I don't know if it's still $4 trillion or not. It's got to be close because it's not down very much. But here's NVIDIA, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but this, when you get billions of dollars coming in, and why is it going down? This was our first, remember the head and shoulders pattern right there with the most bullish news ever? This was the layup of layups, folks. On the 20th of November, when the news came out, this traded overnight. It stayed at 192 to 195 for 8 hours overnight. And then boom, bang, bang, when it opened in stocks, down it went, and it doesn't look any good to me. And every day I look up at the TV and there's somebody else out there with AI. They got Caterpillar. Everybody's out there doing that stuff. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. I hope that helps understanding of what we're looking at as we're watching. But I'm going to go through each one of these. I think there are 10 of them. I have them listed. That's one of them, and we've got a break here. This would be good to do right now. Let you do the work. By golly, I don't have to do all the work. Let's do that when we come back. We're going to look at these one at a time, and then you tell me if you think it's bullish, because there are a few of them that are still bullish. Not many, but there are a few. And we'll be right back, and we're going to go through them one at a time. Okay?
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, we're going to quickly go through these AI stocks because you can see there's Taiwan Semiconductor had an objective of right here, and it got it, and it's got it's holding up really well. Really has. This was 4 times the normal volume. This is when they came out. Goldman Sachs came out with their report right in here, if you remember, and it had the big run up, and then after that, it's just been rolling over. All right, now the next one we're going to look. I'll just get rid of these so I don't have to mess with them when we come back. The next time. Okay, here's Oracle. Ooh, screaming buy here. This is one of my favorite, folks. This is really good. So you got a good buy here, a good buy here, a good buy here, a good buy here, and a good buy here. Here he makes $150 billion in one day, folks, at 339. It's trading at 139, down $200 a share. That's bullish. Please, someone tell me. That's why you got to be careful. Watch what they're doing, not what they're telling you, folks. All right, here's Meta. Remember all this stuff? Everybody that bought it up here above 712. Today's low was 650, and it's had a pretty good rally today. Looks like it came right off of the bottom at the 618 here. Let's just double check. Yep, right there at the 618. So it's held up relatively well. So we're going to find out how these things move. And I see the Dow held up a little bit here. We're going to see if it's going to make it. Now, here's one that's really in trouble, folks. This is the most profitable stock since the world began. But you look at this. It didn't even hold the 382 here, this big number here. It only held it for one day, and then it gapped down again today. This is not looking good either. Okay. All right. The next one we're going to look at here is Google. Had some bad earnings today, but it's opened lower, came back really strong. Another reason why the market's held up pretty good, so that's a good sign. And but here's AMD, Advanced Medical Device. It was Caterpillar. There it is right there, and it's sold off quite a bit from its 730. It's down about $50 from that level. Advanced Medical Devices. Look at this big ABCD here, folks. Let's just check and see if that is an ABCD. Don't tell anybody about these, folks, because they don't work very much, but they work once in a while. If you want something that works, come on. Why? No, it's just not giving me a chance to put it. There we go. Hold on. There's your AB leg right here. There's your CD leg right up in here. Now, everybody that's bought it this year is now underwater. Well, no. Everybody's bought it since October is now underwater on that one, too. So I'm sure AI is going to be a wonderful thing, but it's just not wonderful right now. So let's get that out of the way. Caterpillar, they make construction equipment. I don't know has what to do with AI, but it's big in it, so I brought that up, and that's one of the better ones. Okay, but 8 out of 10 of them are just not very good. We've already looked at NVIDIA. Avco, which was the darling of this business, it topped way back here in December at $420, and now it's trading at $100 cheaper than that. In fact, it had good news today, and it popped up a little bit, so that's a good thing to look at. All right. And then, of course, here's Amazon. Then you can see Amazon, also a big thing. It's billions of dollars, and it's been topped way back in November. So all that news is coming out, and they say, look how good it is. And it reminds me of the old deal with the what do you call it, with the Treasury bonds, when they were telling us about negative interest rates. All the central bankers were giving us the same baloney, and baloney it was. Baloney it was. Okay, now we're walking away looking at some of these things here, and we'll get this Caterpillar out of the way, and we want to cover a couple stocks that people have asked us about. One of them is Eli Lilly. I used to work for them for 10 years. 10 enjoyable years. I was able to trade and work for them at the same time, and boy, I had an easy job. My job was to give away money, and boy, I was good at it. Hold on. What I did, folks, I was a clinical coordinator, and I would go to the medical centers and try to get our products into research, and it was not easy because there were a lot of people wanting to do that, but Lilly had a good name and we had some good products, but it turned out okay. Look at this, been a monster pattern up here. They don't do the stuff like they used to. They have psychotherapeutics now and drugs. I guess it's a shot. I don't even know what it is. And the price of these pharmaceuticals they're unbelievable. I mean, back in the old days, you had something that was $100 for a prescription. It was deemed as robbery. If you see a TV ad about a prescription and and they see the people, how much better they're getting with their psoriasis or emphysema. Why don't you Google it and see how much the prescription cost is? But sit down before you do it, because it'll blow you away. That's just what they're charging for these things is not, it's really not fair in any stretch of the imagination. Okay, now that was Eli Lilly, and now we have another one. Let's get that up here. 1 second here. We're going to cover the currencies in just a minute, folks, when we come back. If somebody wants to look at Disney, they just, I don't know, some news about Disney, but Mickey Mouse hasn't been doing good, as I recall from the news. Ooh, it's actually been down quite a bit, but it looks like it's getting pretty near a bottom. We've gone from 125 down to 105, so that's holding up relatively well. There it is right here. I wouldn't buy it because I'm bearish all the stocks, but this is it's been a much less active stock than the others are performance-wise, okay? Let's get that out of the way, and then we have two others that hopefully can get them done at the first time. This one's the emerging markets. As you can see here, we've had a reversal now in the emerging markets. We've been talking about the giant ABCD here for quite a while on the weekly charts, and we also want to take a look at the German DAX, and we'll move that up here. There's the German DAX. This is the German market, and you can see it's got trouble too. You see, there was the big ABCD, and here's where we are now. Folks, if that big New York Stock Exchange Index is turning over, that's the key, because that's the one that's kept me. If I had looked at this on a monthly chart, I wouldn't have been bearish until about 2 weeks ago. But I don't look at monthly charts very often. Someone said, hey, take a look at this, and I did, and I said, oh my God, what did I do wrong here? Anyway, that's it. And then we have to take a look at the Hong Kong index. And EFGH is Hong Kong, and there's Hong Kong, and Hong Kong's in big trouble. You can see he had the big move up here, and then boom. And there's no news here. I mean, that was just it. It dropped, and that's when it goes from 21 to 26.5 in 1 day, that tells you it's pretty nasty. And now we're trying to see what the 3A2 is going to be back here, because the worst thing keep your mouth shut, Pesavento, and be thought-fueled, and to be to open your mouth and remove all doubt. That was Will Rogers that said that. Okay, let's move on, and we will be back with the Foreign Currency Express. Stay tuned.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this is the Japanese market. You notice that the low here was the exact 382 off of that spot right there. There was a 382 off of this one. Here, it quickly snapped down to the 50% and then took off. But right up here was a strong resistance. Unfortunately, I sold it here at 156.18, and it's about 20 points above it, so I'm out a couple $100 on that, but my stop is up into this area right here. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the next one, which is the Canadian dollar. Here's our Canadian dollar. Let me refresh this. Hold on, this is our 51st state, or is Greenland? I forgot to check the Vegas odds on that, but here's where we are. We've had a pretty good move down. We did not make, let's clean this out a little bit so you can make it a little easier. We did not make the ABCD on the downside, which is unusual. Maybe it just hasn't completed enough. We're getting close. Whoa, man, that's close enough for government. Whoa, it did make it. Oh, it's off center. Hold on. Got to do it a little differently because the thing is just too sensitive here. There it is right there. Yeah, you see it missed it by the low here. Whoa, it didn't miss it by much at all. 134.8. Yeah, it did missed it by quite a bit. So now we're getting a rally back here. And let's see if that's a 382 as of yet. I have to refresh this, folks, so bear with me a second. And we'll see where we are. That's probably a 382 off of this high right there. It's a little 5-day. And it goes to the 50% level. And that still says we're heading to the downside on the U.S. dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, the next one we're going to take a look at is the British pound. And that's been a pretty good one. We've talked about this. We had that monster ABCD on the weekly chart. Let's get that up here because that's what we were watching. There it was. Get that out of the way here. And there's where we were. We went up and made a new high right up in here at that level, taking that high by just a little bit, and then it rolled over. Looking at this on the daily, it was really clear. You'll be able to see it. There's where it was. You can see the A, B, C, D pattern right there on the daily, and then bang, and then here's where we're coming down now. We're now down 300 and some handles from the high and still moving lower. We need to check, excuse me, wow, don't me, the throat's coming back. I've been feeling so good the last 2 days, but we'll see what's happened here. There's where we are. We didn't make the 382 today, so this might be a little bit of support. We're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. That's about all you get. So you should get a rally here in the pound versus the dollar. And then we'll look at the euro. Hold on 1 second. Get it up. 1 second, folks. I have to clear my throat. Take a little swig of early morning vodka. Well, it's afternoon here. Water and lemon. Okay, here's where we are. Take a look at this is one of the best things to trade in the whole. In fact, it is the best thing to trade in the whole world if you want to learn how to trade, because this is not affected by anybody. Everybody's afraid of these things. Okay, we're going to correct this for a few days, just a minute. Okay, now we got that corrected. Well, there's our ABCD pattern. We've come down now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th day down. Okay, this is probably where you want to be covering your short euro here, because this is still relatively bullish. And if we look at this from the low that we made way back here, let's just see. No, that's 50%. I can tell you that just by looking at it. There it is, exactly 50%. So, well, you got to be really careful with it now, folks, because, you know, you got a nice run on this and you don't want to give up very much. So I would say if we get above this level right here, it's probably wrong. But if we get below this, it's going to give us a little bit more to the downside. So we'll keep that short position on for a little bit longer. But boy, I'd put your stop at let's see, where the high here today was 118.30. Put your stop at 118.30. And if you get stopped out after these 8 days down, then we'll re-enter it and wait and see. But look at these beautiful patterns, folks. My little daughter, Lauren, used to cut these out, and she'd color them green and yellow and blue and green and yellow and blue and green and all these. And she would cut them out and put them on the refrigerator. And she was so proud that she was helping me do my work. I needed to help me trade during the 74 era because I kept losing money. It was the best trades I ever made with the monies that I lost, because it was a good deal. I learned what was wrong, and that's what's important. All right, here's the big daddy rabbit, folks. This is the dollar index. We do another new low in the euro here. That's not a good sign. Okay, let's move over here. Folks, these markets are not acting very good, so be careful out there, all right? There's your pattern here. We're about ready for a turn, just like in the euro. This is getting ready to turn down, so you want to get ready to get out of your short euro, and because I believe this is ready to back off a little bit. That means the euro is going to start increasing, because this is a mirror image of the euro. First, we'll look at the big ABCD pattern to the downside. There's AB equals CD. If you extend it out by 127, it comes exactly. See with the gap here, you have to extend it. So get used to doing that. It's always important to do that. Put that in there at 127, 127, and there is your bottom line right on the low. Hello, operator. And let's see what happened. These markets have any harmony in them? I don't know. Maybe Dr. Andrew Lowe should look at it. Look at that. There's your last move like this. You see, rallied that much, so we'll see what it's going to be doing. We've already exceeded that. All right, so let's see what that number is. That I don't need that, so I'll just put this here, right here. Man, that's right on the money today. Boy, oh boy, get out of your short euro, folks. Yeah, there's your high. Right on the money, 79. So I'd get out of the short euro. I wouldn't even mess with it. Just get it out. Just take it out, because it's got a chance for some pretty good move to that. Boy, they're really beating up this stock market again, aren't they? Shut the front door. All right, let's get this out of the way here. And someone asked about the Australian dollar, and I'll bring that up here. Just a minute. Was the real estate in Australia, folks, is worse than it is in Beverly Hills. I mean, it's just it's unbelievable. Of course, everybody's going to get $1 million house now from El Presidente, which is good. I got my name in. All right, we're almost ready here for Australia to take a flying Melinda to the downside. So don't get too bullish. The Australia dollar. Let's move this around. Refresh. 6 months. We already hit it. All right, so that's pretty much it. So let's go down to the 60-minute and see if there's a place where we might get a 382 in here. It's made the ABCD rally up. I don't see anything here to do with it, so I stick with it. As I get done with this, the first thing I'm going to do is click on my short euro and I'm not going to get long, but I should, and I probably will, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, we'll take a break, folks.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, let's focus, okay? Over the last 17 years, the market started in 09, March 5th, and we're coming up here to the culmination of this. You can see the ABCD over the last 6 years. There's 3 of them up here. There's also the smaller one in here that we've talked about before, and that's the one over the. It's really the daily that looks like it's a flagpole, just like this one, but this is a really big one, folks. And this is why I've said for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 months, I've never seen so many ABCD patterns in the world. And sure, some of them have gone a little bit higher and some of them have failed, but boy, there's a lot of them out there. And if they're correct, this means a lot of things are happening. So please protect yourself. It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose. I learned that lesson the hard way back in '74, but it was a great lesson. One of my best trades was the money that I lost because I didn't trade for a year and a half, 13 months, until I learned, this has to do with risk, not how much money you make. And from there, I've been able to make a living and have a lot of fun doing it. In fact, I'm really blessed, by golly. It's, I'm heading for the 9th furlong pole, but I never thought I'd get to the 8th furlong pole, but I'm still doing pretty good. Body's given up a little bit, but the mind is relatively good, and I sure enjoy doing this each day, and I enjoy working with you guys. So I appreciate all the help. And those of you that don't believe what I've been saying, I understand. understand that. I don't believe it either, because sometimes I'm wrong. Like I say, I'm often wrong, but never in doubt. But be careful here. Now, the difference is now, if we go a day or two out into this and all of a sudden this market turns like a rabbit and explodes to the upside, then that means that the New York Stock Exchange Index would have to get above 24,000. It's 23,008. 23,008 right now, so it's got to go up 1,000 points, and then I would say I'm wrong. We'll see you on the flip side tomorrow, and may God bless.